Welcome along to the second of our triple header on FIA Formula 2. My team view session has just been timed out for some weird reason, but welcome to the Austrian ring for the Austrian Grand Prix. And I'm having issues not logging on to TeamViewer because it thinks I'm using it for commercial purposes, which is annoying, but welcome along. We are just about to start with Formula 2, and yeah, I'm having issues. I can't log on to TeamViewer at the moment, which is a bit
it's
frustrating.
All right.
So it says I can't log on at all.
I'll deal with that. You two talk about the session.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry about that. About the heaving issue. So we got the qualifying session happening in just a moment. A nice sunny day. There was a bit of rain in the air for F3, but nothing to affect it too much as well. Whilst Josh covers MotoGP practice, you got myself and Megan in the commentary box. Interesting practice session this morning. It was Hadjar that topped it. Marty got disqualified. We know that it can get a bit chaotic in terms of the tow. What can you expect going into the session?
I am going to guess, like we saw in the other sessions, that there's going to be a lot of, well, track limits, well, possibly, causing problems yet again. But also, I think they're going to have a little bit of a trouble warming tyres up for some reason. I get that sense. Especially since it's just a short session.
You know what? I've got a bit of a sense like that as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes on there. So we've got 30 minutes of qualifying, and then the fastest driver will get pole position, and obviously the top 10 get reversed for the sprint race tomorrow, and the person starting 10th will go on reverse grid pole position. And it's always such a lovely track to go to as well. So it was Isaac Hadjar that fastest for 1:16.4 earlier on, and then it was Paul Lemon, our championship leader. He currently leads by quite a way, and Jack Crawford, who did well last time out, was finishing third in practice. Ollie Behrman had a much better practice session, 1:17.011, as it's a yellow flag in the pit lane. It's one of the AJX cars.
What's that for?
And my set is number 25 that's having issues.
That is Barnard.
Taylor Barnard.
Oh, is he?
So Taylor Barnard having issues yet again, which is
not good.
Absolutely gutting for him. Yeah, I think it's just an unluckiness for the AJX cars, because obviously Joshua Dirksen, he was doing well last time out in Spain, and then he just went and had a moment, and that was his race done, which is a bit of a shame, because to be fair, he's performing a lot better than Antonelli in the last few races. Even though we're expecting Antonelli to
there we go.
Next year.
Pictures went a little bit breaky up for a second. I'm just going to turn off my Wi-Fi just to make sure we covered all bets, just to make sure that the TV's fine. Here's a replay of what happened in the pit lane. Oh, that was an unsafe release in front of Maloney. Here's a radio.
Team radio.
Okay.
So that was unsafe for more than one car.
Probably a fine or a grid penalty. I think that's what it's always been in the past, I think.
I mean, personally, I'd put grid penalty because it was completely stupid for both of those cars at the same time being right next to each other to go out in front of Maloney, because they were kind of sandwiched in both sides, because there'd be no sensible amount of room. I mean, anyone who thinks that was a sensible amount of room needs to get their eyes checked.
Yeah, it was hardly any room at all. Excuse me. Any room at all there. It was absolutely ridiculous.
And they would have seen the other car was planning to go out at the same time too, so it makes it even more ridiculous.
I wonder if we're gonna get the same in F1 later in
Possibly.
the sprint shootout.
We
We
might,
don't.
in a hurry to get out. Something tells me, like, it's usually Alpine or Aston Martin. Any team beginning with A usually is the culprits of unsafe releases.
Yeah, it's always like that, isn't it? As we're seeing Correa coming through. Finally, he got a podium last time out after his sprint race one got taken away. His feature one was kept. His first podium since quite a while as well. Let's look at the unsafe release again. Or is it another driver?
This might be another one, actually.
Another. So I think a few unsafe releases. Shame we can't see. It's Paul Laurent. So Paul Laurent has had issues.
Barnard?
Stalls at the end of the pit lane. This guy just pulled out in front of me. Mate, Aaron pulled out directly in front of me. I had to slam on the brakes.
So that was not good. But how many unsafe releases is that?
I think it was about 2 or 3.
Yeah. That is not good for only being 5 minutes in, not even that, 5 minutes into a session.
No.
That happened all in like space of 2 minutes.
Exactly. To be honest, Megan, it was absolutely chaos.
Yeah. It is a bit concerning when teams can't seem to figure out what they're doing when it comes to the exit strategies for the pit lane. It's like,
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. As we're seeing the first times on the board go through, as we've got the fastest on my screen is a 1:27.672 set by Isaac Hadjar. And then Taylor Barnard just saying new personal best with a 1:42.187.
That's good.
So times are going in thick and fast right now as well. There's Richard for short in third, I believe as well. I think Taylor Barnard was just on a banker lap, I think. Yeah, he was.
I keep looking at some of the drivers' names and thinking, okay, say in my mind how you would say it. How is it spelled? How is it said? I figured out, I think, half of the grid so far. Got a fair amount.
Yeah. I remember when I had to do Porsches, I had to cover Porsches. And it was honestly, it was an absolute nightmare because there was half the names I just could not pronounce. So I had to rely on Omi.
Race control.
Omi's not here, unfortunately, on Friday.
Race control.
So yeah, unsafe release. Villa Gomez, unsafe release noted.
So it was him who had the unsafe release. There's only one just there, so I'm guessing that was one of the first unsafe releases. Has there been more than what we've seen? Jeez. A lot of the times
There's been a lot of unsafe releases actually.
Aaron. Unsafe release noted.
That was the Aaron incident. Who's going fast in the middle sector, but then he's got beaten by someone else. So Victor Martin's in. Or was it Philip? No, it is Victor Martin's in third. Paul Aaron goes fast. It's Hadjar purple in the middle sector.
He's
been looking very rapid this weekend, and they changed quite a bit of the track near turn 8 and 9 to avoid the track limits. As Isaac Hadjar goes top with a 1:15.828, so he is fastest. And wait, did everyone have 2 unsafe release? I swear I just saw one earlier.
Yeah, I've been noticing that happen a lot. For some reason, the FAA keep just like pushing like it out a second time for some reason. I noticed that last week, and I don't get why, but they just keep doing that. That's a off there for Korea. Is that? How do you say his name? How?
One Manuel Correa, yeah.
Correa, okay. Correa has a little off there. One of the corners going onto the gravel. That was past the blue line too. Oh, is this a replay of Crawford going
That's Jack
very?
Crawford. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Jack
very
Crawford. And
passively
that's
line
what-
there.
And that's why you do not exceed track limits at turn 8, because you get into the gravel trap. So it's deterrent more than anything. Kind of wish they would do it in the F1 game, really. Jack Crawford, one last time out, remember, in Circuit Barcelona, Catalunya.
Oh, stewards.
Under investigation, Villa Gomez after the session, unsafe release. I'm sure we'll see the same for Paul Aron as well. Paul Aron, I think, is going to go again for another run as he goes up the hill in towards turn 1. Hopefully, we could go on board with someone at some point just to see what is going on.
I wonder if Villa Gomez would one of the double unsafe releases. That would make
How
sense.
can you get, Megan, how can you get a double unsafe release?
Idiotic teams. Oh, they just
Yeah,
all
that's
seem
what-
to
that's what I
manage.
thought, Megan.
I have thought about something to do with the new little gravel traps going round. Was it 9 and 10, isn't it? It's around that area, or 10 and 11, around those areas.
Yeah, you see that as well heading towards turn 10. That they got the gravel trap there as well. Because remember, did you cover Austria in F1 last year?
I've covered a lot of
It was like one of
Austrias.
the weeks you were away.
I don't think I
Because
don't know actually.
I remember, because I think I covered it. I remember we didn't know until the next day in F1, like the final order, because they were like millions of drivers had penalties.
I think I did cover it. I think that might have been like the week before I was away. But I've been thinking.
I can't remember what you covered and what you didn't.
Nor can I.
It was a long time ago.
Exactly. It's far too long ago for me to recall. But I've been thinking.
Yes, Marty goes 7th fastest.
Ooh. There's a lot of smoke coming
it's
out.
an engine. That's
Blue
Hadjar.
smoke. Blue smoke. Good thing going
Blue
into the
smoke
pit
is
lane.
Something similar to what we saw
Hadjar.
with I'm just trying to remember, like in Australia where we saw Verstappen having blue
Yeah.
smoke as well coming out the cars.
That car's dead.
And it might
Pushed it a bit too
it
much.
might be the power unit. So our favourite going into this, Isaac
Oh,
Hadjar,
there's
which
Hadjar.
we thought was going to get pole.
Oh my god.
Well, this day's over.
That is not good. I mean, right now he is top, so if no one can beat him, he's managed to get top so far without even having to try. Well, he tried. 10 minutes. 12, actually. 11. Here's a replay for whatever went on.
He tried, bless him. So let's see him come through in towards turn 7. That is where I think he lost the
Where's it
engine. Can we
going?
have a listen?
See. Yeah, you can see there it's just gone.
Luckily he caught it. Luckily they knew about it just for the pits, because otherwise it would have been a red flag straight away.
Yeah, I mean, it is very lucky. And I forget how much smoke comes out of them. Honestly. It's like, you just 1 minute you see, oh, car. Now, a car with loads of smoke. An investigation after possession for Iran.
Not surprised. Because we saw the same with Villa Gomez earlier as well. Bortoletto fastest set to 1. I think we've seen faster times than that. But we know that Hadjar not doing anything about it. But Hauger not looking as quick as Hadjar right now. Bortoletto a few 100ths down.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to find a bit more time in the final sector. So that is where we thought that Hauger lost an engine there, but luckily he was fine. It was just gravel trap for him as well.
Speaking of the
I
gravel,
can't log on TeamViewer at the moment.
I know
I can't see to log on.
I'm prepared to
So
do
I can
anything.
the thing is, it detects commercial use. I can only log on for like 5 minutes, and then it kicks me out. Which
That's
is weird.
weird.
As Colapinto goes 12th fastest. Oh, I didn't see the time there. What was the time? 16.039. Dennis Hauger, third, 1:16.055. Fourth, Gabriel Bortoletto, 1:16.102. Fifth, Victor Martins, 1:16.351. Sixth, Mayata, 1:16.380. Seventh, Marty, 1:16.436. Enzo, 1:16.441. Joshua Dirksen, good qualifying for him so far, 1:16.451. And Ollie Behrman rounds up your top 10 with a 1:16.515. So at the moment, if it stays like this, but Behrman will be on the first grid pole tomorrow. And Behrman needs the luck going into the rest of the season, because he's done better in F1 and he's done one race. So
I feel like that's kind of a
we're
sign.
predicting that he's going to be in F1 next season. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be a sign. It's like, this is not good for him. Put him in F1, he shines.
Well, do you know why he may struggle in F2? Because F2 doesn't have power steering, whereas F1 does.
It's like, he's the type of driver that just belongs in F1. It's like,
Yeah, people are gonna think, oh, he's doing rubbish in the championship, but he's proven himself when he did like a race in Jeddah. So if someone was able to prove himself by reserving in a race and doing well, then it doesn't matter how well they do this season. He's already got the points.
do you know what people should
So,
say
you
if,
know.
in reply to, well, he's not doing well in this championship? Just say, well, he's doing better for some reason in the F1 championship than some of the actual current drivers there. So,
Exactly. Sergeant, Bottas, Joe. I was reading up this morning whilst I was at work that Joe would be happy being a reserve driver. Why would you be happy being a reserve driver?
maybe because he hasn't got any points.
Maybe he thinks he hasn't got any hope. But to be fair, I could see Joe at Haas.
So could
I
I.
could see Joe at Haas with Behrman. So that's my opinion anyway. So I don't think Joe will lose a seat. But again, it depends where Sainz goes.
True.
I don't think Sainz would want to go to Haas, would he?
Sainz is wanted by everyone right now. And Ferrari are just like, why did we let him go?
Every team that has a vacant seat, he's been approached, so he's got to think, right. But you can't afford to... You basically can't afford to... Oh, I'm trying to think of a word. You can't afford to take too long with the decision, because otherwise...
Well,
the Chiefs can look elsewhere.
he's doing it at Silverstone. Something tells me he's already picked a team, though they're just not announcing it yet. Something tells me he's already got it locked in.
He hasn't picked a team yet, apparently, now.
I
Because
bet he
Williams on
has.
the
He's just keeping it
table.
quiet. And then he's going to announce it at Silverstone.
Or it might be a team that we may be not thinking of. So we're thinking Williams or Alpine, but it could be something else.
Be interesting at Alpine, I think.
I think Alpine would be a good fix. Obviously Gasly, but imagine I think I saw a clip on earlier on with Gasly and Sainz colliding in their junior days, which was quite funny. I think it might have been F3 or something.
Well, it seems to be habit with Gasly and his teammates colliding constantly.
Yeah, but speaking of, let's not talk about F1 and move to F2. Yeah, I don't think Agile was happy. I'm not really that surprised, to be honest.
I mean,
So
he's managed to keep top position so far, so that's something for him.
he'll have to repair the engine, so it might be pit lane start tomorrow.
It's looking that way. Though I have been thinking, those gravel traps round turns, I can't remember which one of it, so I'm just going to generalise turn 9, 10, 11. I think it's around that. But I have been thinking about it, and at high speeds, like even higher than they're going right now, I reckon that could cause quite a lot of problems in the race. I mean, right now they're already hitting it. So imagine if they're in a battle and they hit it, and then they hit another driver. That we could be looking at a possible red flag or safety cars tomorrow. And if across every series, actually.
I'm not wanting red flags, please.
No one wants a red flag. Safety car, maybe, it is fine, but red flags are not on the agenda for this weekend. Not with everything going on.
Yeah, I do not want any flags, please.
Here's a replay of. We've already seen this. See,
Yeah, there is a
Gravel.
replay.
it's for gravel again. But they seem to all hold it quite well. It's just, it's not. It's causing a lot of problems. That camera got destroyed.
Yeah, I think we can expect to see quite a few marbles as well, as we've got to get 10 minutes to go in the session. Technically 8 minutes, because people don't usually go out in the last 2 minutes anyway, because it's somehow pointless.
And then there's also like the warm-up lap, so it's very limited time.
Yeah, they do not have long to go until the end of the session. And of course we've got F1 later as well.
Ooh,
And hopefully no unsafe releases.
yeah, we can't be doing
it
one of those
comes out.
again. It's a sea of orange.
Oh, is it Lando Norris fans?
Weirdly, no.
Yeah. It is a running joke that Lando always keeps saying, "Oh, the support is for me." Yeah. It's actually quite funny, actually. As Kush Miney's about to go out onto the circuit as well. He's had a decent season for him so far in the Invicta. The Invicta delivery always looks very nice in general anyway. So he comes out. As I did see, I think one of the pit crew almost get run over there, which was not good,
that's
not good
not
and
good.
ideal. So 10 minutes to go, and who dropped it for pole? Hadjar's out of it now, unless anyone does not improve. So who do you think?
I'm not sure. I mean, part of me kind of just want to stick with Hadjar, to be honest. Just in case none of them actually beat his time. I mean, hold on, let's look how close the times are. I mean, they're kind of close. Not really. They haven't got into the 1:15s. Half of me wants to say Hadjar, half of me doesn't. I just saw Behrman on the screen there for whatever was race control. I think it was unsafe release. Someone else. I'm gonna go Hadjar.
So you think Hadjar's gonna stay in pole position?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pin my hopes.
I'm gonna go wrong. I'm gonna go wrong from pole position. But Victor Martin was looking good recently, so it could be that. You never know with Austria. It's gonna be probably the closest qualifying of the year, which is very exciting.
It's already looking that way. I mean, the best times all separated within less than 2 seconds.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like we're all looking quite strong. I mean, I'm gonna pin my hopes. Looking at
I
now.
think if Hadjar gets pole position, it'll be an absolute shock for me because we thought the track was gonna evolve and all that jazz.
I mean, I'd be shocked if I own pick, but I'd be pleased. Oh, there's a replay.
You'll be pleased. Oh, please don't tell me it's another one safe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was the other name.
Oh.
I think the other person going out was Behrman. So that's what the stewards were on about.
Yeah, I think it was. Oh, yeah.
O'Sullivan and Behrman. Unsafe release, apparently. Very unsafe. What does that make it? 5?
Yeah, 5.
5. 5 unsafe releases in 23 minutes. Less than
Crazy,
that,
that.
actually. What is going on with them all?
Are they not like viewing what's going on? Like you need to come out.
Apparently not. I think we need to. Do you know the guys who just like say like stop, and then just like come back? I think we need to get them all glasses. Obviously, something's
That
not
is
working.
true. got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars in the space of one corner in towards turn number 4.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't get the hammer down, then really they need to speed up.
I think people are just coming on to their lap times now after their warm up. So should be getting faster cars. I mean, I don't see much of a speed increase there.
No, I don't.
You can't have 2 laps of slow laps. Your tyres can't be that cold.
You got to get going. You got to get going.
Track temp is literally in its 42.8. They can't be that cold. There we go. Took them a while.
There we go. I think Hauger's suddenly finding a bit of improvement, but again, still not enough to beat Isaac Hadjar's time of pole position as he's getting a bit of heat into his tyres. Paul are on faster sector 1. Hello. This is more like it. The track's getting its grippiest now at the moment.
You might be right with your prediction.
As fastest time for him, 42.344 is set to 1, but Hauger beat that by quite a bit. Colapinto, fastest set to 2. It could go either way. Then Oron saying anything I could do better. Here comes Hauger as he exits the final corner. What's it going to be for Dennis Hauger? He goes up to the line.
Can I pick a new one?
He won 1:15.487. Colapinto 1:50.648.
I'm going to go for Colapinto now instead.
You're going to go for Colapinto?
Yeah.
Hadjar's out of it. Hadjar is out of it.
Unfortunately. Right now he's holding 4th.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's
Bortoletto's looking fast. Oh! Investigation after the session for Antonelli and O'Sullivan. Antonelli? I thought it was Behrman. How many drivers have unsafe releases?
I thought it was Behrman as well.
He literally came up twice
weird.
with Behrman. Has there been a second unsafe release? Or have they just accidentally clipped the wrong driver?
Very strange.
What is happening? I have so many questions.
I think I solved my team viewer problem. I think because
Perfect.
I had to restart it, which was very annoying. I think I've sorted it.
Oh yeah, I
Good.
can see your mouse moving.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Don't worry, Megan. I'm not going to touch anything until it's over.
Okay, good.
I just need to switch monitors now. There we go.
Okay, I can see you right at that side of the screen. I can see where the little mouse is.
I can see you now. That's why we don't need Ninja. Why I hate work on Fridays, because I don't have enough time to sort out everything. Because if I figured out the problem beforehand, then I wouldn't have had this mess. But there we go.
Let's sort it now.
Yeah, it's sorted now for me anyway. So it's all good.
Woohoo!
So 3 minutes to go. Hauger's still on top by 1 tenth per second. Look at Dirksen and Bortoletto, Megan.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
A few thousandths of a second. That's insane. So I think it could be close between them two. I think Dirksen's come more to his own this season in Formula 2. He didn't do well in Frecker, but still came to Formula 2 straight away. And he's just taking F2 like a ducks to water now. And he's getting used to the cars. His pace is looking pretty good. He's proving definitely me wrong. So
Ooh, spin!
I was like, oh, that's a run, I think.
Yep. I mean, he kept it quite nicely,
Yeah,
but that's his lap time gone.
That was the save and a half. Later on for
Yeah.
keeping it out of the wall.
I told you, those gravel traps, dangerous.
They are dangerous, aren't they? We've got two minutes left to go on the clock. Oh my goodness. Let's look at that replay. So that's towards turn...
Catches it.
5? No, turn 6. I always get confused between one of them. You just click the curb.
Yeah. Nothing you could do about it.
If that was me, Megan, I would have been in the wall on the F1 game.
I would have just waited for a car and then just veered into it if it was on the F1 game.
Megan, would you want to be penalised for that? Because I think I would have done that.
I mean, if you
Well,
look
that's
back at some of the videos, you'll see my main aim in when me and Joshua played the F1 games was to hit him. So yes, I would have liked.
8 thousandths!
Jeez, that's
8
close.
thousandths separating Hauger and Dirksen.
Jeez, these came out of the woodwork.
He has. And I think I won't be surprised if that's it, Megan.
Yeah.
There's a minute left, and I don't think anyone's improving. If I look at time, it's 71.
Yeah, you can see people starting to pit.
But the only one that's improving maybe is Maloney, but we're not on board with him. And the TV is on board with Hauger. So Hauger, pole position by 8 thousandths. And then Bortoletto, Pinto's quite close, so is Iran. Barnard, after a horrific practice, still in 6th place. Not bad for him. And bears me up to 9th. Just missed out on reverse grid pole. That belongs to Kushmini.
There's a replay.
I think that this would have been Iran's pole without that spin.
Yeah, it would have been. Though that spin just messed him up.
An absolute nightmare. I would be absolutely gutted.
Seeing it again and again, it's like I'm still surprised he was able to control it so well. Oh, here's a replay.
Yeah, me too.
Who's this the replay of?
There's a replay of Dennis Hauger. Could his pole come into
Ooh.
question after... Was that a lap ago?
Could
Sure, he
be.
did get pole after that. Or it must have been the lap he was trying to do to solidify his pole.
Either way, went right across the blue line.
Yeah. I think so. So there we go then. I'm trying to think how
Oh.
many poles Hauger's got, but radio from Hauger.
Oh, yes! That felt good. Oh, great job, guys. Oh, yes! Oh, my God.
I think you could tell he was not expecting that at all.
No, I don't think anyone was.
I think I was not expecting Hauger to at all. So I was just trying to say
Oh.
he did get pole. He did get pole this season already in
Jackson.
Australia.
Good job, guys. Proud of you. Good job.
What a qualifying for Joshua Dirksen. His best qualifying result of the season. But yeah, Hauger's first pole this season was Australia.
Jeez. So,
But he's got many poles before, I know that. But yeah, it's his second pole of the season. Dirksen for the first time will be starting on the front row. Who would have
woohoo!
saw that? I'm literally going to tell Josh that during the sprint qualifying. Dirksen starting on the front row. And be like, what? He won't believe me when the gap is at what the gap was.
His reaction will be like, of all the ones I miss. That'll be his reaction.
8,000.
Why is it always when I'm not there? I'm just...
he said that to Josh T of British Touring Cars as well. He was like, why am I missing the good races? He said. Oh.
Well, that is a very
That's-
close
Well,
time.
luckily it's not the busiest weekend of the year. We already had the busiest weekend of the year. I
Joshua
think.
says it's an even busier one. He says he keeps saying it's the busiest of the end. It's like we've already had one of those. How can we have more than
Monaco.
44 streams?
We had Monaco. That was busy.
Yeah, I'm dreading what he calls just as busy. I really hope he's
I
only.
think he calls busy when when there's clashes, Megan.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that it's not that much.
Yeah, but I think Silverstone's going to be interesting as well. I'm looking forward to which is currently going on right now. That they're at the Dutch Grand Prix. And at 3:15, we've got the sprint shootout. I can't remember who's in the commentary box, but I know I'm going to be there, and I know Megan and Josh B are going to be there. But I don't know if anyone else is going to be there, but we'll see in a few moments anyway. Thanks for your company. We will see you in around about 45 minutes' time for the sprint shootout. Take care. Bye-bye.